He thought debt was normal. Not a problem, not a mistake. Just life. Everyone around him had payments, so why shouldn't he? He grew up watching adults swipe cards like it was nothing. Car payments, credit cards, monthly bills stacked up like clockwork. Nobody called it debt, but they called it responsibility. So when he got his first real paycheck, he did what felt normal. He upgraded his phone, bought a nicer car, used credit just in case. After all, the bank approved him. That had to mean it was fine, right? At first, it felt manageable. The minimum payments were small. Paydays felt good. Life looked stable on the surface. But every time he got a raise, his spending went up too. A better apartment. More subscriptions. More convenience. The numbers grew quietly in the background. Interests, fees, due dates. But because nothing broke immediately, he told himself everything was under control. Debt doesn't scream at first. It whispers. Everyone he knew lived the same way. His friends joked about being broke. Coworkers would compare their credit limits. Social media showed off amazing vacations and new cars, but nobody talked about savings. Nobody talked about the stress they felt at 3 a.m. Nobody talked about the future. So, he stopped questioning it. He just figured, if everyone's in debt, then debt must be normal. Then one unexpected thing happened. Not something dramatic. Not a total disaster Hoostra life. His car needed repairs. A medical bill arrived in the mail. His work hours were cut. None of these were huge on their own. But together, it was crushing. He opened his bank app. The balance just stared back at him. Almost nothing. His credit cards were maxed out. Savings didn't exist. All his options had disappeared. For the very first time, debt didn't feel normal anymore. It felt hairy. That night, he couldn't sleep. Not because of the bills, but because of the lie he'd been believing. Debt wasn't normal. It was just common, and common doesn't mean healthy. He realized something painful. He wasn't broke because he didn't earn enough. He was broke because every dollar he earned already belonged to someone else. The hardest part wasn't the money. It was admitting he was wrong. Wrong about how adults live. Wrong about what success looks like. Wrong about what normal really means. Debt had slowly taken control of his choices. It dictated where he could work, where he could live, and what risks he could take. Freedom had a price tag, and he couldn't afford it. He didn't get rich overnight. There was no miracle moment, no sudden windfall of cash. Just a series of uncomfortable decisions. Saying no when others were saying yes. Driving the same car for longer. Canceling things he didn't really need. The progress was slow. It was boring. It was totally unimpressive to anyone on the outside. But something inside him changed. For the first time, his money was listening to him, not the other way around. Looking back, he finally understood the truth. Debt feels normal in a world that's addicted to spending. But normal isn't freedom. Normal isn't peace. Normal isn't security. Normal just means popular. And popularity doesn't protect you when life happens. He thought debt was normal until he learned this. You don't need to be rich to feel free. You just need control. If this story felt familiar to you, you're not alone. Many of us are taught that this is just the way things are, but it doesn't have to be. If you want to hear more real money stories, real lessons, and reminders that normal isn't always healthy, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.